Bye.
But he ran with it, didn't he?
Giving him the airtime.
I know.
It's eating up that airtime. Thanks, Dan. That was absolutely brilliant. Isn't he sweet? He's so well spoken.
I know.
He's
He
a lot
clearly
posher
put
than
a
you,
lot of
isn't
work-
he?
Oh yeah, he put a lot of work into that as well.
Yeah, he
That
did.
was definitely quite a scripted. Well, he definitely put some thought and work. Into
Scripted.
that. Not
Cue
necessarily
cards.
scripted, but I think he took time to gather his thoughts.
I'm
and,
not. Yeah, I
put-
could tell he
put
did.
together what he was going to say, and he'd done a second one that I thought wasn't as strong as that one. But,
Well, bless him.
in the second one, he did say more about all the comments that have been made.
Go on, tell me what he said. Do the
Um,
cliff notes.
to dehumanise.
Dehumanise is a really good word.
This was a good theme that he picked up on.
It's a really interesting terminology, and that's exactly what it is.
And he said how it would make it easier to then talk about curb stomping someone because you took away the humanity so much.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't do that to a human, but you could do it to something more abstract.
It's pure. What I saw from those clips is pure aggression and anger, like pure anger. Like, what are you so angry about? Someone of a different colour existing beside you.
Is it also hard, though, under the microscope of Big Brother, to separate what's aggression in a game and what they'd be like on the outside? Or do you think this is exactly what they'd be
That
like?
was real aggression that we saw. I feel
Because
bad.
like cancer on the house, we've heard that a few times
Yeah.
in Big Brother.
I feel
But it's
bad.
interesting the way Dan picked up on it as, that's
That
like
he's right. It is.
disease that... Disease? It's cancer a disease?
Yeah.
That destroys people's lives.
It's disgusting to refer. That's one of the most offensive things, I think. I feel bad that you made Dan watch that now.
Why?
Because it obviously upset him and affected him. What? Well, it did. I just feel bad for every person who has to watch it, including us, but especially black people.
Yeah.
And Dan, no white person is discriminated against, unless you're a woman or old or disabled. But apart from that, they're not.
That's it. That's right. Yeah. Anything else based on Dan's comments?
I just really appreciate him leaving us that message. It was really interesting, and we do
Yeah, thanks,
try
Dan.
we do really, really try and understand. But you can, he's like he said, you can only
we can't talk from
understand so
experience
much.
because we haven't experienced.
No, we don't know how. It's like my friend Delali says to me, you don't know how it feels to go in a shop and have people watching you walk round, or people clutching their handbag towards them as you walk past them and shit like that. Like, it don't happen to us.
No.
And she's like a 40-year-old woman. It's like you get treated like, a little kid.
That's so weird.
But yeah, no. What else can we say about that? I think he said it all, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think that's probably enough said, isn't it?
Hold on, I did make some notes. Yeah, I just said it's not an even playing field. This was another thing that they were saying about Ovi. They were saying he's creepy, he's awkward. They were just saying all this stuff about him.
Did you see this clip where they were like actively ignoring his like he was trying to call someone for something? And they're like, what are you shouting for or something? And like he was just trying to communicate with another housemate, and they were trying to really sort of ostracize him.
Yeah.
And it's like,
well, how's it going to be now with David and Ovi in the is that the have-not room or whatever? They ain't got have-nots this year, No have-nots.
not yet, but maybe comeback would become a have-not.
No, maybe. But yeah, until they even the playing field. But hold on, one thing that Dan did say about them not showing it.
Yeah, well, it might be a good thing because it could inspire people.
I have
But
mixed
the problem
feelings
is they're
about
not
that.
taking accountability for what they're creating.
It would be better to just not have those people in it in the first place.
It would be better to make an example of them.
Yeah.
If they are there.
Yeah,
I'd say.
because they could come out, and if you've never watched live feed, everyone could be like, "Oh, Jack and Jackson, they're lovely."
Well, I
if you're an
do
idiot.
think I did spot on the highlights edit they were getting some like comedy sound effects and things, and it was
of course.
Making every effort to paint them out to be people you could back.
Of
but
course.
they're not.
No, they're disgusting, and that I felt that feeling of aggression and dehumanisation as well, but I couldn't quite put my finger on it. But it's just horrible. I feel ashamed to be white when I see shit like that. But then I go, oh well, it's just America, and you just chalk it up to it's just America. England's not like that. Britain's not like that. But then it is. It is. Look at Brexit. Look at everything that's happened.
I think potentially it's not,
We're not as
to that
bad.
extreme. I think America's got a big problem.
America's got
the history of slavery, which has made white people feel very like entitled and above people that aren't.
Yeah, America's got a fucked history with slavery, lynchings, fucking everything else that they've been up to. which we don't have, but
we got a history of colonisation. And
yeah,
it's pretty similar in a way,
as
isn't
well.
it?
Yeah,
With fuckers as well.
we are though, but we're trying. BB on Blast is trying.
I think what's mad is when you think about America, you think of it as a white person country.
Yeah,
and I think I said this last week. It's not,
because they killed all the indigenous people, or enslaved them.
Didn't they get weren't they wiped out by all of, well, not wiped out, but weren't they affected badly by foreign diseases that took over?
Oh, I don't know.
Like, isn't Pocahontas? That's what she died from, like, something, didn't she?
Who did?
Pocahontas.
Oh, maybe.
She was real.
Either way, you won't find out about that in school, either in America
Actually,
or
I think
here.
she came here. I think she died in Britain.
Yeah, I've
didn't
been
she?
to Pocahontas' grave.
Yeah.
It's nice. Anyway.
It's nice.
Should we talk about this actual episode? It's got a statue of her on it.
Oh,
it's in
nice.
like Kent way, maybe, because it was when my mum used to live in Kent. I got a picture of me by it. I dig it out, put it in the Patreon group. So the episode we're talking about is a nominations episode. I'm sure we'll touch more on Mace as we go through, won't we?
Well, there ain't any mention of it in the highlights.
No, that's a
Probably
good
not.
point. So the last thing we seen was like they announced that David and Ovi were staying, basically.
Camp Comeback is now open.
And then Jackson's I looked at Jackson specifically when they announced that they were coming back.
Said
Jackson,
to David he's happy he's back.
Jackson, he cheered when he saw they were coming back. It's like,
Idiot.
bitch. Did you notice when they went up to the room? What is that room called?
Camp Comeback.
King Bedsit. David just didn't get up. He was just like lying on the bed. He just didn't get up. I was like, that is pretty cool. Like, fuck you guys. What do you think of David? Just
Hardly fucking seen 5 minutes of him, have we?
I think he seems quite shrewd. Like when Jackson was talking to him, was going like, "Oh, you know, mate."
Yeah, he was not buying it.
Yeah, he was just like, "Yeah, okay, bro." Wasn't he? He was like, "Yeah, whatever."
Yeah, I think he can see through it.
Yeah,
he knew.
it'd be difficult, wouldn't it?
He knew that Jackson had the intent of taking him out from that conversation where I'm putting you in the comp because you can win your way back.
No, but you got to remember Jackson only put him out because he knew he was going to come back. Yeah, right. Now, here's a thought for you.
Yeah.
To give me your musings. Is this twist, because there's still 2 weeks of it, isn't there? So
still 4 people are going to end up in camp.
Yeah, but would that affect... And I think it
that's
would.
Good. That means whoever goes this week doesn't really go.
No, but would it affect the people you evict? Because you don't want to evict someone like Jack or Jackson who's going to like cause a massive scene.
Keep them on ice before you can really get them right out of the house.
You evict a weak player. But someone like Cliff, who no one really cares if Cliff goes, because you know he's not going to be sat there plotting, is he?
No.
See what I mean?
You saying you'd put him in camp comeback or you'd keep him?
Put him in camp comeback because he ain't going to... What's he going to do?
Comeback, will he? Mind you, we thought he wouldn't survive the woods, didn't we?
He won't survive it. He'll get fucking eaten alive.
Cliff's dead.
No, but think about it. If you're HOH, you
Yeah.
think, I've got to still live with that person for 2 weeks after I've put them out. That would change your nominations.
If you perceived, someone to be a strong player, you'd be more fearful of putting them in because they might come back and come after you.
It'd be a mitigating factor, certainly.
Yeah, they won't target people like Jackson and Jack. No. And I think it's going to go the way that it always goes. These strong players are going to be until the very end and steamroll everyone. I
was thinking, imagine if last year we'd had Camp come back and we could have had Caitlin in there, Swaggy, Winston. Well, not Winston. It wouldn't have been good. Imagine Caitlin and Swaggy like unravelling in there.
Yeah, that would have been good.
Would have been beautiful. More of Swaggy later.
Really?
Yeah, and Love Island advert. Don't remember.
Oh, yeah.
Ivy said, "I'm ready to get back in this game and go on the warpath." I don't think so, do you? Ivy. Oh. Ivy's going to go back in. Do you know who Ivy's going to be like if he goes back in?
Scotty.
Correct, ain't it? Ding, ding, ding. Scotty goes, I'm going to go back in, I'm going to do this, that and the other. You do nothing. You do absolutely nothing. I'd much rather David went back in, wouldn't you? Because
absolutely. I think he's got an appetite for it.
Although Rowan said he's befriended the bros now.
Oh, probably good. Keep your enemies close.
Yeah, innit? Quite. But,
mind you, you're never going to truly ingratiate yourself with those bros.
No, definitely. Especially not once you come out and you see what they said about you. Kat said the bitches were not conspiring against me. Are you tired of hearing that now?
No. I actually watched the episode again for some reason because I was bored the other day.
Wow.
Yeah. So I've seen her say it many times. It was quite good actually, quite funny.
It is funny.
She's quirky.
Yeah, I like her.
She seems more of a real person, even though she's like... you don't really know people like that in real life, but she's more authentic.
She's like a British person.
Yeah.
So then Jack and Jackson were going, oh, this is worst case scenario. Jackson was worried because he put David out. And then Kat said to Jackson, we need to get David on side. So yeah, then it was the bit where Jackson and David were in the storeroom. And
they got a horrible showman's edit, didn't they?
Oh, Jackson. Oh, yeah. Showman's. Why?
I don't know, you got something on your nose.
Help me out.
It's gone. But I don't like CBS actively trying to make them look cute.
I know. It annoyed me as well.
Who said that's cute? Who's that?
Roxar. I know, Erica.
Someone else.
Erica. Oh, no.
Oh, it was Erica.
So. It was Erica when she got evicted. Bye. So this was Jackson and David talking in the storeroom.
Yeah.
Jackson said, I don't blame you for any of the feelings or emotions you have towards me. I thought, well, that's big of you. You fucking evicted him. And David went, it was rough. And then Jackson said, I genuinely was trying to set you up to come back.
Yeah, he said, like, what happened, bro?
David just, like, laughed. Jackson said, I'm happy to see you back, and I knew that you would come back before I made that decision. And David said, I'm not back yet. And then in the diary room, he said, the social game is on. And then Jackson said, David's not picking up what I'm putting down. With Ovi, we'll try and act like this whole eviction thing never happened.
That's really awkward, because Ovi was supposed to be in the alliance
oh,
with these
yeah.
people,
That's a shame.
and that Catherine.
What do you think about Ovi still having his power if he comes back?
Does he or not? We don't know,
he
do
does,
we? How do we
apparently.
know
I heard it on the grapevine.
that? I mean, for the producers, it makes sense, because they must have been gutted.
I know.
Like,
Once
okay,
again,
we're giving them the power, and they just got evicted with it. Oh, bollocks.
It's just like the App Store all over again, isn't it? It's the same
Access denied.
It's the same powers, basically. What notes have you got? Nothing.
Yeah, I got some.
Go on then.
Kat tried to tell David there are no alliances.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that was
He went over and
hilarious.
he was like, well, there are, but you're not part of them then.
That
basically.
was hilarious. He said, you're not privy to them.
Privy.
I like that. He said, if you're not in the alliance, they're gunning for you.
Nicole revealed to Ovi that he was stitched up.
Oh, yeah.
Do you got anything on that? Or I jumped too far.
I got a shit before that.
Go on.
Yeah, it's the same, but you said, David said, it's not the best way to be back in the house, but it beats not being here. And Kat said, I'd just sit back for 4 weeks. And David went, 2 weeks. Stupid, isn't she? I hope she gets off with David. That'd be brilliant. Imagine Jackson if Kat got off with David. Yeah, imagine. But I bet he'd be.
That was a little bit sad to watch that bit of the show, wasn't it?
It was like Ziggy, wasn't it?
It's
not you, it's me. Oh yeah. So Nicole said to Ovi, some people blew smoke who didn't have to. And Ovi said they played me for a sucker.
But that was the point he realised. Like, did he still think he was in an alliance even though he'd been evicted? Like, what's up with this guy?
Like, I do like him, but he's just...
He's got the minerals, has he?
No, he's pointless. He's very sweet, but he's a doormat. Let's be honest. The Whacktivity comp.
I hate these Whacktivity comps.
They're so long.
They take forever.
They take like 20 minutes.
Pointless.
Animal cruelty.
But App Store was better. I just walked in and saw if it was access denied or not.
Plus, we got to vote for the apps. This is this is just not that we did, but the only good thing about this Whacktivity comp was the name. For goodness snakes.
Yeah, what do snakes do?
Hold on, here it is. Insert Dominique quote here. I've written.
That thing with the tongue.
The the voiceover said, snakes are everywhere. You are currently surrounded by snakes. But they didn't even do the snake sound effect. Dumb.
Paul did a tweet, didn't he? Did you see that?
Hey, that was funny.
I didn't like the way I was handled in that comp or something.
I retweeted that from BB on Blast. We said it before, we said it a million times. Big Brother is Big Brother. Why are they always trying to make it I'm a celebrity? I don't want snakes. I don't want skunks. I don't want puking.
Do you want
Stop.
century eggs or...
No, I don't. Especially not. There's this new thing that I've heard them saying on the live feed. Oh, God, I'm trying to think now. Like, when they're doing something wrong, they go, stop that. They go, like, watch yourself. I was like, I can't remember now. It's funny. It's like, they give them, like, a friendly warning. I can't remember what it is now.
Watch your language,
I didn't go anywhere. It should be.
Yeah.
I like the outfits.
Check your privileges.
Yeah, imagine if they said that. Imagine what Zingbot would say to Jack and Jackson. Zing. I like Jack's little vest with the stars on. Did you?
Oh, do you? I
Yeah.
saw Rob from Rob Has a Podcast